Ayo and hello everyone, it's me, your weird Uncle Ian. In today's video, we're going to be creating our very own interpretation of Spawn, utilizing a character from the public domain. Now, finding a character that was similar to Spawn in any way, shape, or form was definitely saying a lot. Because let me be honest with you, Spawn is a product of the 90s, so finding a character in any way similar to him is a lot to really deal with. So the fact that you're watching this video means I found a character for it. So I think you guys heard enough of me talking, so how about we get drawing? Public domain. Spawn, let's go! And we begin the designing process. So the character that I'll be utilizing to create this knockoff interpretation of Spawn is known as Wraith. Wraith is a character that basically died and came back to life. The origin story for this character goes as follows, that Gary Kennedy and his brother were shot down by criminals, and he vowed to return from the dead to avenge his brother's death. And, well, he did. And that's basically the entire story, because the rest of it just more or less gives off information about, his feats and his abilities. So I actually really like the way that, this character kind of popped up, and I'm like, okay, this kind of feels a little bit similar to Spawn, but kind of not really. What was interesting about it is the fact that this character is completely green and basically wears a weird white cape and what looks like diapers. So I decided to take this element and just go like complete 90s with it, make it look unnecessarily edgy and cool because it's the 90s, you might as well. So in my interpretation, I tried giving him like an over-exaggerated cape and then turn all the concept of like the white wrappings and turn that into like, actual wrist wrappings and feet wrappings, almost giving him like a mummy kind of vibe. I guess like the proper description to like, summarize this design is if Moon Knight and Spawn managed to work together, because there's a lot of like wraps around him, like mummies wraps, and like he's made of this strange ghostly green energy. I really like the way this ended up coming out and fusing to create this strangely like bright kind of character. What do you guys think of this interpretation? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so we now got the design for our pseudo Spawn, aka Wraith. So let's see how he would look in a really cool comic book cover. But before we do, make sure to hit the like button if you've been really enjoying this entire video so far. Comment down below who you think I should redesign next for this, public domain redesign series. And heck, if you've been really enjoying videos like this, you might as well hit the subscribe button, so then that way you guys can get up to date on any videos that I post via Friday, Monday, both, less, who knows. So I think you guys heard enough of me talking, so how about we get to this ghostly amazing cover. I didn't really have much of a story written out, but if anything, I would actually use the original concept and kind of explore more with it. I actually love the idea that there's a guy named Gary Kennedy. Him and his brother were probably living their lives to the best of their abilities. Maybe that they were actually associated with some crime lords or some thugs that they really didn't want to get into, but they needed their help in any way, shape, and form. And because of that, they weren't able to pay up. And because they weren't able to pay off their debts, well, let's just say that they ended up paying with their lives. As Gary's dying breath, he'll find a way to avenge his family, and not only that, to lay vengeance on those who have wronged others in any way, shape, and form. And somehow in the universe out there, this strange entity managed to take the very soul of Gary Kennedy and turn him into a wraith of vengeance, essentially turning him into a green ghostly figure covered in wraps like that of a mummy, using those wraps to bind enemies down to make sure that he lays his vengeance where it need be, creating the wraith of vengeance. What do you guys think of this interpretation of the character? And there we go. This is the officialized design for our public domain rendition of Spawn, aka Wraith. What do you guys think of this character? Do you think I should have used a different public domain character instead of this one? Do you think the story kind of relatively played out similar to Spawn? Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I had a blast putting this entire piece together, and honestly, this was a fun time just constructing the entirety of this cover. So, other than that, I think I should more or less end the video here. So to my fellow weirdos out there, stay awesome, stay weird, and keep life to the easiest. And always remember that art inspires all, but you can inspire more. But until then, everyone, make sure to stay ultra. And done. By far, I think my favorite design I've ever done of any public domain character, for that matter. But anyways, outside that, I should probably view, I guess, the next character, because people have been asking me to do another character. Which character was that? Let me see. Guess it's inevitable. Give him a wanting Punisher.